Two state-line grocery stores will get a lot of money to combat food deserts across the area. This is part of an $8 million state grant, which helps open grocery stores in food deserts and keeps others from closing. Rancho Supermarket in Rockford will get $2.1 million to fully renovate and establish a new store. The Belvedere Fiesta Market will get almost $158,000 for new energy-efficient refrigerated produce. Governor J.B. Pritzker says more than 3 million Illinoisans live in food deserts, meaning they don't have easy access to affordable, healthy food options.
We see people constantly, being Rockford natives, we see people walking around there, and we think that they would definitely benefit from having a close grocery store that they could go and get their necessities, their resources. So I think it would be a good added addition to the community of Rockford.
Though two state-line grocery stores will receive grants, many say it won't totally eliminate the food desert. WIFR reporter Bria Walters talks to local organizations about the need for accessible grocery stores in the area.
In Rockford, we got underserved communities, but the city and other organizations are working to make a change on this.
The mayor's hunger campaign in Rockford recognizes that 1 in 5 city residents struggle to put nutritious food on the table. A lack of farmers markets, healthy food providers, and grocery stores make it this way. And many city leaders acknowledge some parts of Rockford are food deserts.
Imagine that you don't have a car, you can't drive anywhere, or where you want to go is not on a bus route, or you can't walk to a grocery. And that's the reality for too many of our residents.
The Illinois Grocery Initiative works to bring relief to those food deserts. And Rockford Regional Hispanic Chamber of Commerce's Edward Concerra says it's not just about getting proper nutrition on tables, but bringing in more stores means more jobs and a thriving economy.
A new business in the area is going to reduce the food insecurity, and especially among the Latino community, that is one of the minorities that is growing faster in the United States. So I believe that from many angles, this is going to support the growing of a healthy environment for our community.
Wally Haas, member of the Mayor's Hunger Luncheon Committee, says food insecurity will never be eliminated, but they're working hard to minimize its impact and prevent more harm.
And, access is important, transportation is important. There are so many issues that are involved in somebody going hungry.
In Rockford, Bria Walters, WIFR News.
In the coming months, more will be announced about Rancho Supermarket in Rockford and Belvedere Fiesta Market. Nearly